Good afternoon and welcome to 30th Street Park here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for this afternoon's game between the visiting Chicago Teetotalers and the home side, the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineup and batting order of the visiting Chicago Teetotalers. Batting first, the left fielder, number 23, Umpty Poole. Batting second, the third baseman, number 6, Eaton Mess. Batting third, the center fielder, number 30, Better Thrusty. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 4, Boob Haxons. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 22, Dim Barron. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 8, Drew Mess. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 5, Chops Mutton. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 35, Cowie Bangit. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 57, Pip O'Cheerio. And let's give a good Philadelphia brotherly welcome to the home side, the Brown Trousers. The left fielder, number 6, Willie Pregnant. The center fielder, number 48, Greek Barlow. The first baseman, number 2, Marky Goodbar. The second baseman, number 12, Pickles Dillhoffel. The catcher, number 16, Chunky Junkets. The third baseman, number 17, Chunk Dimwitty. The right fielder, number 3, Dunk Ferrari. The shortstop, number 15, Rash Dealer. And the starting pitcher today for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, number 59, Zank Bigger Spurgeon. Hey, good afternoon to you all. And welcome. This is the sounds of Philadelphia and the sounds of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. My name is Mutton Curtis. This is Radio WIP. And we are here for game number 19. We are already 20% of the way through our Conference League season here in 1921. And we've got the two teams at the top of the standings. The league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers, a nice thing to say, as Umpty Poole, the leadoff batsman for the Chicago Teetotalers, grounds out for out number 1. Zank Bigger Spurgeon is on the mound. He is 2-0 this season so far. An ERA of 2.42, a whip of 1.19. Outstanding statistics for the rookie. He played 2 seasons with the Charleston Crows, including a brief stint earlier this year. He's going to pop that. He's going to get Eaton Mess to pop up.
Inside.
For out number 2. At the plate now is Better Thrusty, spending his 3rd season in Chicago Red. Teetotalers in their away side of red uniforms with the gray slacks. And of course the white socks with the red stripes. And of course the classic Chicago Teetotaler hat of red. Thrusty's going to hit that one. It's going to get right to Pickles Dillhoffel in the second base position. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Brown Trousers to get things started.
Play ball.
Brown Trousers, of course, as always, in their home uniforms of white with the brown pinstripes and the brown caps. And on the mound today is Pip O'Cheerio. Pip O'Cheerio in his 2nd season in Chicago, and he's going to start by walking Willie Pregnant. So the first base runner is on in the game, and it is Pregnant walking to first. Bringing up Greek Barlow with an average of 3.53 this season. He hits it right to Chops Mutton on the first pitch. To Haxons, back to Mutton. It's a fancy Dan double play. 2 outs for Marky Goodbar.
Right. Oh, inside.
Ochirio has started 5 games
Ball high.
in last year's season. He was a late addition from the Nashville Fire
Go.
to the Chicago roster as he gets Murky Goodbar to pop him into foul territory. Chops Mutton with the catch, and we are through 1 with no hits so far on either side and no runs. 1, 2, 3 innings each way. The only base runner was Woody Prater, who walked to first and was subsequently called out due to the Fancy Dan double play, brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follicle products put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan and their assortment of hair treatment products. All the items you could use, all the tonics, salves, and ointments that can give your hair a shimmer sheen, glimmer, and gleam. Don't be a Mitchell, be a Fancy Dan. Bob Haxons, the leadoff batsman here in the top of the second, will walk to first, bringing up Dim Barron. 1 walk apiece for these 2 pitchers. Degas Spurgeon, a good start to the season. This is his 5th start so far in his career in the Continental League.
Steve Reck.
In 2 starts with the Charleston Crows, he had an ERA of 3.65 and 7 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings pitched. On the radar of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, they brought him in, and what an improvement he has been. He does give up the first hit of the game to Dim Barron. It was a single ground ball. And here is Drew Mess. The first pitch is going to pop it up into shallow center. Greg Barlow making the catch. Chops Mutton playing his first season in the Continental League for Chicago. After 2 seasons and 23 games with the Norfolk Whips, formerly the Norfolk Coal Hoppers. Facing a 2-2 count of Zank Beaker Spurgeon. That one foul to remain at 2-2. Runners on second and first. 1 out. That's going to be popping right up to Goodbar, and quickly hurrying back to base is Dim Barron to avoid the double play yet again. Some good pitching so far from Beaker Spurgeon. I say that as Cowie Bangett will swing it and the first pitch and will get an RBI single to put Chicago on the board for the first time today. It is 1-0 in favor of the away side. 2 outs, and we head to the pitcher spot. Pip Ochirio. That's RBI number 9 this season for Cowie Bangett.
Oh, outside. Ball high.
Ochirio facing a 2-2 count.
Ball high.
Beaker Spurgeon, in his 4 starts, he makes it through roughly 6 and change of an inning. So looking to go deep into this game, as has been customary for many of the Philadelphia Brown Trouser rotation. He's 3rd in that order, and he's going to get Pip Ochirio to strike out swinging. That's his 14th strikeout of the season, and his first of this game. Puts away the inning, at least the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second. 2 runners were stranded. The only run scored by a Cowie Bangett RBI single that brought Bob Haxons home. Well, trouble fielding that one. I wouldn't say that was an error, just a difficult ball to field. And right off the bat, Pickles Dillhoffel, with a 397 batting average, is on with a single to start things off here in the bottom of the second. First hit of the game for the Brown Trousers, and given away to Pip Ochirio. Swing at that one, a 1-2 pitch, and he is caught stealing. Too quick for out number 1. Chunky Junkets cannot outrun it, and it goes to Bob Haxons. It's 2 away. Well, Chicago do have the most recent victory over the Brown Trousers, the only one of this season so far. This is the second of a 3-game series, their first time meeting this season, as both teams are top of the tables. Philadelphia 13-5 so far of this 90-game season. That does mean that is the first 20% of the season done. Chunk Dimwitty puts a single right back at Bob Haxons, and he, batting 265, is now on with a single. 2 outs, continuing the run. That's a dunk. Ferrari, first pitch, first swing, and it's a single up the middle to Better Thrusty in center field. Ferrari batting 222, that will help matters. We head down to Rash Dealer. Dealer's average is 258 for the season. He's going to make contact. That's going to drop short a better thrusty. It is good to move the runner to the corners. It does not score. It actually does catch the runner out. It gets Chunk Dimwitty attempting to make it to third. And no runs are scored. And that retires the sides. It strands the runners. Still 1-0 in favor of the Teetotalers, who are 10-8 on the season. 3 games behind the league leading Brown Trousers, but they've already gained ground in 1 game so far this series. Looking to do again what they did last evening. Pool did pop it up to get the first out of this, the top of the third. Eaton Mess will get an extra base hit. That's a double for him. He is on second for the first extra base hit of the game. That is double number 4 for him this season. He's averaging 358, 16 RBIs. An outstanding showing for him. The rookie. Great draft pick for the Teetotalers, signing him from the Norfolk Whips.
That's up.
Of the Nursery League. Of course, has started their gameplay again. That'll move Mess to third and put Thrusty out. Thanks to a throw from Dilhaffel to Murky Goodbar, 2 away for Boob Haxons. The Nursery League in the southern parts of these United States. Just concluding their second phase of games. What a series of games those were. And of course the brand new Western Coast Nursery League games have begun with a ceremonial game out in Reno, Nevada. An inaugural season beginning as the Nursery League, as the Continental League is continuing to expand its reach, as baseball is the craze of the 1920s, it would seem. And out in Reno, Nevada, the Reno Storm Lizards playing the Bakersfield Golden Suns, as they are 2 of 6 teams that have expanded the Nursery League. It'll be twice as large now. It was 6 teams in the South. They will add 6 teams in the West as well. And of course, the stars of the Nursery League will find their way, as always, back into the Continental League. Chubbs Mutton's going to get that one off a 2-1 pitch. And that will be out number 2 for Willie Pregnett. Greep Barlow hit into a double play most recently. That's going to be a tough one for Boob Haxons. Diving, it just gets off his glove. He's on with a single, his first hit of the game. Bring up a Murky Goodbar, 0-for-1 today. Checks the runner at first. And this crowd giving a bit of the raspberries. All sort of tease and taunt. In the sporting of ways. I don't think the city of Philadelphia would like to maintain any sort of reputation for not being the most sporting of types, as that is going to be line right to Howie Bangett. Makes the throw to Chops Mutton, grounds the runner, and is the end of 3 innings of baseball. Still 1-0 in favor of the visiting side, the Chicago Teetotalers. Dim Barron gets us started. Liga Spurgeon, his pitch count getting a little bit high. He's at 64 right now. That's number 65. It's ball 2 in the dirt. We're looking strong. We're in the 4th inning, top of the 4th. You're listening to Radio WIP. The sounds of Philadelphia and the sounds of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. My name is Mutton Curtis. We're live from 30th Street Park here in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This wonderful open field where a baseball stadium has been erected. Now the catcher, Drew Mess, up to the plate. He's 0-for-1 today, has an average of 300. He's going to strike out. That is strikeout number 2 today. Poor people, cheerio. This would be for Zank Biga Spurgeon. Not the Cheerio, that's the other pitcher. first pitch for Chops Mutton, and he's going to hit it right to Dilhaffel. Throw is in time to Murky Goodbar. And Brown Trousers force a 1-2-3 inning yet again. Oh, taking the field yet again. Bottom of the fourth, it is Pickles Dilhaffel. Had a single in the second inning. He was caught stealing and was appropriately shamed for such an act. Mostly by visiting fans, but those who appreciate the sporting end of it, regardless of team affinity. Well, Dilhaffel's going to strike out. That is the first of the day for Pip Ochirio. He's only got 13 on the season prior to today. Not very much a strikeout pitcher, but nonetheless, very good showing so far. He's going to get Chunky Junkets to ground out. And has really used his pitch count very well. This pitch number 43, it's a 1-1 count. Pitch 44 is a fly ball that's going to drop into shallow center for a better thrusty to field. That is Chunk Dimwitty now 2 for 2 today. Dimwitty found himself, I believe found himself on the, no, that's actually his 18th game. He's played 18 games, got an average of 265. Slowly finding his form, I believe. And here's Dunk Ferrari, the right fielder. At the early part of the season in the Memphis Nursery League team. He's going to strike out, looking to bring it into the inning. Still 1-0. We head to the top of the fifth. Here from 30th Street Park. Been a cagey affair between the Brown Trousers. League leading Brown Trousers at 13-5. And in second place, three games behind them, the Chicago Teetotalers, the visiting side. What a jumping catch by Murky Goodbar, I must say. That catch was worth a salt. That was an outstanding catch for out number one. That catch was worth a salt. And here is denied Cowie Bangett, whose second inning single is the difference maker. Pip Ochirio is going to strike out. 2 away, and we head back to the 0-2 Umpty Pool. Got a 306 this season. First pitch is outside for ball one. And straight down the middle. Look at the gluteal scratch from Zank Biga-Spurgeon. And that will be a walk to first for Umpty Pool. His first time on. His 11th time walking this season, and only the second walk of the game was Zank Biga-Spurgeon. He hasn't walked that many in his 4 starts. He's walked 8 batsmen. He does give up a single to Eaton Mess, his second hit of the game. Moves the runners to first and second. And with 2 outs, here is Better Thrusty, and that will actually do it for Zank Biga-Spurgeon's day. In comes Vip Cray Cray as they pull off the double switch.
Inside. Oh, inside.
Dunk Ferrari comes out of this game, and going into right field is Wallace Gromit. Be foul, so Vip Cray Cray making appearance number 13 of the season. He's going to start off by striking out Better Thrusty, so gets out of a bit of a jam, trailing 2 runners and keeping the score at 1-0. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Rash Dealer will take the plate to get things started to face Pip Ochirio yet again. 1 the count.
Follow.
And we start the bottom of the inning with Rash Dealer striking out. Strikeout number 3 today for Pip Ochirio. This brings us to Wallace Gromit batting in the 9th spot. Gromit's first at-bat is a grounder to Boob Haxon's easy play, and that is 2 away. We go to the top of the order for Willie Pregnett. Gromit only batting 185 this season. Played 17 games, made appearances in 17 games.
Steve.
Willie Pregnant is 0 for 1 today with a walk.
Follow.
He's batting .292 on the season, but with 2 outs, he definitely needs to get his momentum going. I do understand there are some assumptions of the. He's going to walk for the second time today. That is only the second walk pitched by Pippo Cheerio today, but both were to Willie Pregnant. Interesting little bit of statistics there. I do understand there were some cat calls and some cracking wise from the crowd of checking Pippo Cheerio's gloves or his trousers for some sort of enhancement substance. I assure you everything is on the up and up, and I do believe that Commissioner Brian Howard would not allow for any sort of chicanery, I believe is the word. But again, the honor system, I think if you don't have the honor system in baseball, then what you have nothing at that point. And Ricky Goodbar is going to ground that one out. Kukawi bang it through to Chops Mutton is in time. It does strand the 2 runners. We are through 5 innings of baseball, and it's Boob Haxens to get things started. Who's going to start off on one pitch, lining it out right to Chunk Dimwitty. Boob Haxens, a .349 average, 7 home runs. He leads the league in home runs, 20 runs batted in. That's a bat you want to be keeping quiet. He's only made it to base once today, and that was a walk in the second. And hit by a pitch is Dim Barron, and a bit of a wave and a bit of a hopefully a sporting apology. But there is a base runner now for Vip Cray, who has pitched 2/3 of an inning. Does have the 1 strikeout so far today. It's foul for Drew Mess. No relation to Ethan Mess, the 3rd baseman. Drew Mess spent 2 seasons in Pittsburgh, fired in a trade. In 14 games in 1920, he did hit 5 home runs in 14 games. That's in 37 at-bats. It's an outstanding clip, I must say. And as a catcher, he's been doing his job. He did, of course, pop it up for an out. But we head to the bottom of the 6th. This game quickly chugging along. Only 1 run scored. Howie Bangett's 2nd inning. Single that brought home Chunk Dimwitty is the difference maker.
That's outside. Oh, outside.
With Pickles Dillhofer walking to first.
Oh, low.
On base for the 2nd time today. He's going to face Chunky Junk. It's a 3-0 pitch, and he smashes it right at Eaton Mess. He has to compose himself, but he makes a throw in the play at first for out number 1. It does move Pickles Dillhofer to 2nd base. So there goes any sort of, well, what do we have here? We have another hit by pitch situation. Chunk Dimwitty was just hit by a pitch, and Pippo Cheerio, well, I don't know if that's a bit of retaliatory hullabaloo, but perhaps it's good that Pippo Cheerio is deciding that is the time for him to hit the bench. How come Sandy Carfax, a 3-1 record for the relief pitcher for the Teetotalers, does get results when coming in? An ERA of .467, does a save on his record. 15 strikeouts in 27 innings of pitching. He's going to give up the tying run to Mutton Curtis.
Outside. Steve. Nope.
That is going to be out number 2 with Willie Pregnant. with rash dealer, hitting that one right to Harry Banger to make the play at first. Well, here comes Gauze Blacksmith, pinch hitting for Wallace Gromit. Mutton Curtis, by the way, the tying RBI. That's his first RBI. It's his first hit of the 1921 season. He comes in off the bench very often. Former Mud Pig. Gauze Blacksmith.
No, inside.
Now been walked, which brings us back to the top of the order for Willie Fregdet, who will ground it out and hit it right to bang it to Mutton. In comes Dick Doodlebick. So we have a tie game. And coming in is Ding Low into left field.
Ball inside. Ball outside.
Ding Low backup catcher. Facing Cowie Bangett. Broken bat, that shouldn't be good enough contact. Rookie good ball. Doodlebick is in time. Dick Doodlebick is playing in his 8th game of the season. Only pitched 9 innings. And I don't believe I have correct numbers on him. He's given up 10 hits. Not given up a single run. So this is a fantastic bit of bullpen activity going to Dick Doodlebick.
Off the plate.
2 away. We go to Umpty Pool. Don't believe I admitted, and that is going right to Murky. Good ball for out number 3. Sandy Carfax will take the mound yet again. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Not a lot of time, but you can take your 7.5 inning stretch. Do some calisthenics. Hydrate, get yourself some beverages. And Greet Barlow, 4th at bat today for the Brown Trousers. He's 2 for 3. He will strike out looking, facing Carfax. That is Carfax's first strikeout of the game. 16th on the season. Good acquisition for the Teetotalers, coming in from the Boston Ruffians in a trade in the offseason. And of course, Murky Goodbar. Didn't get a chance to say this before. He's 0 for 3 today. He did make a great catch at the end of this last inning. And prior to that, which was a catch that was worth a salt, because it was brought to you by Salt, the seasoning craze that is sweeping the nation. Find it on menus and on grocery store shelves all across this great nation. If you need help finding it, look for the label with the deer on it. Follow the deer, and you'll find Salt. Goodbar registers out number 2 to have a rough day, going 0 for 4. Accustomed to that, him having a 347 average this season. Nichols Dillhofer will ground it off right to Cowie Bangett at second base. Throw to Chops Mutton is in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and we are tied at 1 run apiece, heading into the top of the 8th. Second in the batting order for the Teetotalers. Quite the difficult following 3 batsmen for Dick Doodlebick. He's got Eaton Masson and Better Thrusty on deck, and then Boob Haxons. Eaton Masson's average this season is 358. Amazing for that rookie. He's going to line it out right to over the shoulder catch from Murky Goodbar to go 2 for 4 today. Better Thrusty is 0 for 3 today with 1 strikeout. That strikeout, of course, thrown by Dick Doodlebick.
Inside.
Only his 5th on the season for the game.
That's high.
He's really only pitched a total of 9 innings. Does not come out of the bullpen all that often. Of course, his YS ERA is quite literally 0. He's going to walk Better Thrusty. That is only Doodlebick's 4th walk of the season. Thrusty is walked for the 11th time. And that is a stolen base, Thrusty, off the, I don't know if it's a wild pitch or a passed ball, but it left the catcher's glove. That's another runner on second. There goes the double play for the brown trousers. Should they have wanted to attempt it? And you can see very well why these two teams are at the top of the Continental League standings. You are really seeing just outstanding baseball being played. Great defensive baseball. By both sides, only one run allowed either way. Gravy Train coming in to get what we presume will be the final 5 outs of the game. He's actually going to give up a single to Dim Barron that will load the bases with 1 out. Out comes Drew Mess. In comes Moopy Poundcake. Given away for Drew Mess. Given away to Drew Mess for some time. He's played 18 games. He's made appearances in 18 games this season. Moopy Poundcake, 232 his average. He's a beloved player of these Teetotalers, but he has not had the best of seasons so far. And he is going to pop it up for out number 2. And the Teetotalers are really emptying out the bench. Boxer Ribeye, a 200 average for him, only 5 at-bats this season. Had a great short season in Memphis for the Mud Pigs, batted 400 in the 8 games he played there. 3 home runs. He's going to strike out. So Gravy Train gets out of the inning and keeps the brown trousers within a grasp of taking this game. It is still tied at 1, but they got out of a very, very tricky situation.
Ball high.
Chunky Junkets starts things off. Crispy Yellow is now in at first base. Moopy Poundcake, of course, behind the home plate. And then for Drew Mess. A full count for Chunky Junkets. He ends up hitting it. Ground ball right to Crispy Yellow. His first touch of the baseball for the day. And he just has to field a ground ball, routine ground ball, and take a step on the first base. Here we have Chunk Dinwiddie. Going to hit that high, and it is going to hit it far. It is going to be into the glove of Better Thrusty. That was hopeful thinking. I think every fan in this stadium was just trying to will that baseball a little bit further out of the racetracks, out of this park, to give the brown trousers the lead. Well, coming in is the closer to get what we presume will be the final 4 outs. At least they would like to if this is regulation. He gets the first by striking out. By striking out Gravy Train, it was Filipino Horseman, who spent 1919 in Pittsburgh. Did not play in 1920 and was picked up by Chicago as their closer when they sent Jepson Schwanwich down to the Nursery League. He does have 1 save so far, but again, at the moment it is Gravy Train who face Horseman. Now we bang it, the first out. The Pool with 1 out and a runner on first as Horseman
That's up.
is on first with a single. Pool is yet to have a hit today. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. His only time on base. Great time to have it. He's going to strike out looking. Gravy Train gets another K. Not one used to throwing strikeouts. In 13 2/3 innings coming in, he's only has 3 on the season. That's be He's now got 2 additional ones. And he's going to get out number 3 here in the top of the 9th of Eaton Mess. Grounding it out to Rash Dealer for out number 3. Well, will we see Gravy Train again? Or will we see late theatrics from the home side? The Brown Trousers, bottom of the 9th, tied at 1. Rash Dealer is going to lead off with a single to Dim Barron in right field. And he is now on with his second hit of the game.
Stay.
This brings up catcher Ding Low. Or left fielder, left fielder Ding Low. Who's going to hit it right to Crispy Yellow, who will get the Fancy Dan double play off the line drive. Crispy Yellow. What a play, a Fancy Dan double play. And with 2 outs, we go to Willie Pregnant. Top of the order, 1 and 2 counts. Now a 2 and 2 count. Last chance for this to happen well, he's going to strike out looking, so we will head to extra innings. The fans here get free extra baseball here in 30th Street Park. The Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. The crimping powder, the styling salves, and of course the gelatin-based hair treatments. Be a Mitchell, be a Fancy Dan. Better Thirsty, his 5th at bat today, gets a single. And now Boob Haxons faces the final member of the bullpen to come out, Tiddly Benetti. Benetti has a 2-1 record. Which is about an inning a game, so not certain what sort of longevity we'll see. He does, in fact, walk Haxons. This is the 3rd time today that Haxons has walked the first. I almost think it's actually by different pitches each time. Well, the go-ahead run for the Teetotalers is at second base with Dim Barron, who's going to hit into a Fancy Dan double play. It does, in fact, move the runner Better Thirsty to 3rd base, so the go-ahead run for Whoopi Poundcake is, in fact, 90 feet away. They will go with the intentional walk of Whoopi Poundcake. And at the bat for the first time is Crispy Yellow, a 167 average, not great this season. He does have a career average of 313 with Chicago. And of course, he actually is a former Philadelphia Brown Trouser in the first ever 1919 season. He was traded over to Chicago after that. His best season was with the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. He batted .343. Pops that away, and oh my goodness, Chunky Junkets perhaps almost sent himself right into the dugout wall. Look alive out there. Well, hits it high up into the air. That will be out number 3. Junkets takes care of it. The Filipino Horseman heads back out to the mound. To face Greep Barlow. His 5th at-bat today. He's 2 for 4. Both singles. Can he outrun this throw from Boob Haxons? He cannot. 1 away. And his extra free baseball comes along with the price of your admission ticket. We head into the bottom of the 10th inning. Goodbar records out number 2 in the bottom of the 10th. Filipino Horseman, good so far, gets Dillhoffel to pop it up into deep center field. Should be an easy one for Better Thirsty. He makes the catch. And we head to the top of the 11th. Because Dillhoffel not able to do it either. Well, the bottom of the order comes around for the Teetotalers. Howie Bangett Has an RBI today.
Off the plate.
See if Horseman will stay in this game. That is going to just miss a diving Willie Pregnant. Brief Barlow has to retrieve it from the warning track. Throw to Dilhoff on the cutoff. And Cowie Bangett has only his second double of the season. And he is the go-ahead run at the moment.
Nope.
Well, out comes Filipino Horseman, and in comes Dub Straining. Dub Straining only averaging 125, but has 8 at-bats this season. He's more of a fielding substitute late in the game. Batted .391 in 7 games to the National Fire earlier this year, so of course Chicago were going to call him back up. Needed reinforcements. Every team, of course, lost some players to the expansion draft. Great addition. Dub Straining can't find his way into the starting lineup, but that is going to be out number 1. Back to the top of the order with the runner on second for Umpty Poole. Still two pitchers in the bullpen for Chicago. They still have Booger Blue and Dervish Chops to go to. Only Sandy Koufax and Filipino Horseman have come in, as well as the starting pitcher, Pip Ochirio. That does feel quite some time ago. Full count for Umpty Poole, his 6th at bat. Hits it high. Does he hit it far? He hits it to industry. To end the game, he hits his 2nd home run of the season. Career home run number 25 for Umpty Poole. And he hits it to industry. Only his RBIs number 5 and 6 for Umpty Poole this season, but with 1 out. Leighton Mess grounds it out to Pickersville Hoffel. Throw to Mickey Goodbar is in time. Top of the 11th, the Teetotalers have broken the deadlock and have taken the lead 3 runs to 1. A 2-run home run from Umpty Poole, his first hit of the game. And what a difference maker it does. Brings home Cowie Bangett. 2 outs. Better Thrusty walks to first. Well, when you need an out, usually Boob Haxons is not the person you want to face, but he has yet to get a hit today. He has walked 3 times. Perhaps more of the same at this point. I don't know if that is a strategy. He's going to smash that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, it could have all just opened up. It is to industry yet again. A 2-run home run for Boob Haxons. And he is the home run leader of the Continental League. He now has just hit his 8th home run. Career home run, number 12 for him. And in comes Butters Velocidad. So the starting pitchers are now starting to see some time here in extra innings. Not a conventional thing to happen. They're not usually used to coming out, but when reserves are needed, and he will get a strikeout of Dim Barron. Well, no such necessity for the for the Teetotalers. They have Dervish Chops to go to. And coming in to center field is Ren Bugby.
Off the plate.
Chunky Junkets, Chunk Dimwitty. And we would presume a pinch hitter are the 3 coming in for the Brown Trousers. But Chunky Junkets will get a single to keep hope alive, as it is 5-1 now. Junkets getting his first hit of the game here in the bottom of the 11th. Chunk Dimwitty. We go from Chunky to just Chunk. Dervish Chops with a 2-0 record, 1 save this season, 18 1/3 innings pitched across 9 games. And to give up a single to Chunk Dimwitty, that'll move the runners. And will Butters Velocidad be batting? Will they go to their... Yes, they'll go to Mickey Lice. Well, no outs. And back up shortstop, Mickey Lice will pinch hit for the pitcher spot. 167 his average this season. The benches are starting to get really used in a creative ways. But he hit it right to Boov Haxons to bang it. A Fancy Dan play. Well, the final option for the Brown Trousers, the final out at this point, is in the form of Rash Dealer. Dealer is 2 for today. Most recent at bat was a single. And he had a single in the second inning. Feels very long ago. Moving very quickly along. Full count for Rash Dealer. This is an all-important pitch. And he will walk to first base. So here is Ding Low. Hit into a Fancy Dan double play. Prior was the Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follow the product, put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. All the tonics, ointments, and cells to give your hair a shimmer, sheen, glimmer, and gleam. And he will strike out Ding Low. And the Chicago Teetotalers will take the victory. Through 11 innings of baseball, a stalemate through 9 at 1-1, an 11th inning for the Chicago Teetotalers that resulted in 2 two-run home runs. The final score, the Chicago Teetotalers 5 runs from 10 hits. The Philadelphia Brown Trousers 1 run from 11 hits. The final score coming after 11 innings. The box scores will be quite a lengthy one. Do look for that in your morning newspapers. And of course the win goes to Filipino Horseman. Not usually getting that sort of result, but so it goes for him. Horseman will improve his record to 2-0. The loss goes to Tiddly Bonetti. Bonetti, his record will drop to, I'll look it up right here, 2-2. But we do thank our friends at the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh, hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They bring to you the finest dandies of the day for this and every game of the Continental League season for the year of 1921. The third finest dandy of the day, Cowie Bangett for the Chicago Teetotalers, going 2 for 5 with a double and an RBI. Plus he broke the deadlock, or he broke the seal by getting the very first run of the game for Chicago. Umti Poole is the second finest dandy, going 1 for 5 with his 2-run home run. And the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of Honey Wheat cigarettes, Boov Haxons, 1 for 3, walking 3 times, and hitting the all-important 2-run home run. It is your finest dandy of the day, brought to you by Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. Well, Chicago have taken both games of the series so far. They now have climbed within 2 games back of the league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers. With the final game of the series, with that being the final game, with that actually being, yes, it was only a 2, my apologies, that was actually a 2-game series. It was not a 3-game series, as I had spoken before. So that is completing their 2-game series. For the Brown Trousers, they stay at home and they welcome the surging New Ohio Debonaires. They've actually been in a bit of trouble lately, but they have mid-table, 9-9, the New Ohio Debonaires. Taking to the mound in that game will be Avery Mustard for the Debonaires. For the Brown Trousers, it'll be Jeffety Rimps. Meanwhile, the Chicago Teetotalers will head back out. We'll have a rest day and head back out to the road, and on the way to Western Pennsylvania, they take on the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. That game starts a 2-game series with the Presbyterians starting in 2 days' time. But that will do it for us. We'll be back here on the air tomorrow on Radio WIP to bring you coverage of the New Ohio Debonaires Philadelphia Brown Trousers game. And the Brown Trousers snap their losing streak of 2 games straight, put them to the Teetotalers. It has been 11 innings of baseball. That has been quite a bit. We have kept you on the air longer than expected. Your regular programming will continue after these advertisements. But until then, I'm Mutton Curtis. This is Radio WIP, the sounds of Philadelphia, and the sounds of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers saying keep your head high and your trousers brown.